Ah,
Hey, it's Gus and Ashley.
or Ashley and Gus,
Ashley and Gus.
depending.
We are here today. We're going to come with a quick 15-minute segment on change management, on what we're doing change management wise and the products we have, and see if we can get some of you guys to join us
We've
tomorrow.
got we've got something really cool here. So Gus and I at the end of last year were talking about ways that we could help kind of bridge the gap between the conferences that we host. So we host the Utility Change Management Conference. And before we've been doing that twice a year. We're excited to say that for 2024, we're actually hosting three of those conferences. So it's March in St. Pete Beach, in July in Chicago, and in September in San Diego.
I have to say, all three of those locations are really cool places to be at that time of year.
They are.
St. Pete Beach
we
in
did that
Florida.
on purpose.
Yes, this is by design.
Yeah. We didn't just pull these out of our heads.
Chicago is beautiful in
July.
In
really
July, St. Pete Beach is beautiful in March. It's nice and warm, just perfect weather. And then San Diego is beautiful all the time, but September is a really exciting time to be in San Diego.
It is. So there's a method to our madness for sure. But I wanted to, as I said, one of the things that we found was just like, man, you go to a 2-day conference and you're like drinking from the fire hose, right? You're getting 2 full days of just tons of information. We even say we serve you get 2 years of best practices and lessons learned in just 2 days when you come to our conferences. So we thought, well, what can we do in between the conferences on sort of a monthly basis? Obviously, nobody wants to fly another,
we actually heard from some of our customers. They wanted to get together more often.
They want to get together more often. They want to make sure that they're keeping up their skills. Like sometimes we've heard from folks who are like, hey, I just got some certification on this, but I want something that's going to keep me in the conversation with practical advice and with other people who are practitioners of this on a regular basis. So we're excited to tell you about the Change Management Skills Session and Mastermind. It is a monthly Zoom call. It's 90 minutes. We try to put it somewhere around the center of the month. Actually, our first one of 2024 is tomorrow. So join us on Tuesday, January 16th at noon Eastern time, where you're going to learn a little bit about something in change management. You're also going to have an opportunity to ask questions and mastermind with other folks who are in the same boat that you are.
Yeah.
So, did I do that right? It's virtual, right?
What it gives you it gives you 12 months of change management.
Wait, that's the accelerator. Do we want to tell them about that now?
Wait.
Well, let me tell you. Let's tell them about the actual session tomorrow. So these change every month. We feature change management professionals from all different walks of life. They're not just in the utility industry. So you're getting a nice mix of folks from other industries at both the presenters and the other folks who are in the sessions with you. So tomorrow we're featuring Heather Stagel. She's the founder of Enclaria, Influence Change at Work, and she's going to talk about the 5 levers of influence. So you know that your success as a change practitioner depends on getting other people to change the way they work, including processes, behaviors, priorities, attitudes, relationships, and ultimately results. If you can't influence them to do something different, the change won't happen. It seems kind of basic, but it is kind of like pushing string, right? If you can't get these folks to change the way they're doing things, they're not going to have different results and the desired results. So
change is,
go ahead.
Change is hard.
It is
even
hard.
Even you change managers out there, you don't like to change.
We've
seen it in person.
Nobody likes
to change. It's hard.
Nobody likes to change. And what I've learned from this, I mean, you and I run the business. We have a few folks who work with us, and thank God that we do. But I look at some of these massive organizations that are much larger Boy, making a change like within a team is hard. Across a team is hard. Across an entire organization.
Because nobody wants to change.
Right.
Nobody wants to change. It's crazy. What did we hear the other day was quit day? Everybody makes their resolutions.
Everybody who's made their New Year's resolutions by, what was it, yesterday, has quit. They've given up on it. Like, and it's always those first 2 weeks of January where the gym is really busy.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're like, wow, I have to wait for a treadmill. This sucks. And then, a little later, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, we're back to normal now. I get my treadmill.
Get back and work out again with people. but nobody likes to change. So even the people who teach and practice are change management practitioners who are trying to get other people to change. They don't want to change themselves.
Nobody wants to change. It's completely human nature.
It's like nobody wants to work out.
Want to change? I like to work out, except when
it's too hard for you, and then you don't want to change what you're already doing.
You're right. It is. So here's my issue. It's 30 less than degrees outside, and I just don't like running. I love running, but I don't like running in the cold.
I get it. So,
but I haven't changed to the indoor workout, which,
Do we have more about Lisa's session or Heather's session?
Heather's session, we do. Well, I mean, so again, if you can't influence them to do something different, then the change won't happen. So where do you start? So you might be surprised to learn that all the different ways to influence change originate from just 5 fundamental levers of influence. And when you apply those 5 levers, you will help people change and make a bigger impact in your organization. So join us tomorrow, Tuesday, January 16th at noon Eastern time.
We'll put the link. We'll put the link in the.
We'll put the link in the comments. But you will join us at the session so that you can learn what those 5 levers of influence are, and you're going to add those to your toolkit. There's some pretty cool learning outcomes too. You want to go over those? Or would you rather I do that?
Why don't you do that?
Okay.
I'm thinking about if we put that link in there.
Yeah.
Should we make a special discount offer?
I think maybe.
I didn't even ask you about that.
We should maybe do that.
Okay, we'll put a special discount offer, and you have to check the link out and see what the discount is.
Look in the comments. We might have a little something for you. The learning comment or learning outcomes of tomorrow's session is you're going to gain tools to identify who and what to influence. You're going to learn how to influence change using those 5 fundamental levers, and you're going to discuss how to apply those levers of influence to your own situation.
I'm looking forward to this.
Sorry?
I'm looking forward to this.
I know. Well, I mean,
I got to change some people in our organization, and
I have a feeling he means me.
I
know I'm perfect just as I am.
She's beautiful and perfect just as she is, but there are
some things I could change.
We were on an earlier meeting today, and we learned that
oh my gosh,
decluttering is really hard for a lot of people. We were using another word, changing the things that you have in your possession.
Yes,
is difficult for a lot of people.
Some people like me, it's easier for him. Anyway, yes. So if you have, what I think is so great about this isn't just for change practitioners. Anybody who's dealing with a big project, transformation in their organization. So many companies are trying to, they're going through the digital transformation. There are so many new tools to use. AI.
That's a big one.
Exactly.
AI is
it's
huge.
Like, how do you get people to start doing these things that you need them to do to get the business results that you're trying to achieve? And if you can, obviously, to know that there are 5 more tools that you can add to your toolkit is something that helps you grow as a professional, which is why we're doing the change management skills session and mastermind, which is
tomorrow
at noon Eastern
time. But then on top of that, that's only one in the entire year series for the virtual accelerator program for change managers.
So here's what happened. We started putting this out. We ran our first change management skills session and mastermind last November. And our friend Jason Gardner from Southwest Gas gave his presentation. It was fire. It was amazing. And we had a few of our folks say, hey, I don't want to have to like keep signing up for this every single month. So could you put something together where it's just one sweet package? So introducing the virtual change management accelerator program. Gus, you want to tell them more about that?
It's a program where every month for 12 months out of the year, you can join. You get, first off, you get our 3 virtual change management conferences. The one happening in March, the one in July in Chicago, and then September in San Diego. You get to join us virtually. They will be 2 full days, 12 to 15 speakers in session. You get that full attendance for all 3 of those. Then our virtual
with a virtual ticket,
with
right?
a virtual with the change accelerator.
Right.
Those things sell for $497 a piece, and we sell a ton of them. Anyway, then you get 9 months. The other 9 months that we're not hosting a change management conference, you get to join us on an hour and a half skill session and mastermind where we go over a new skill. We bring in a speaker. They teach something for 45 minutes, and then we do a 45-minute mastermind. Here's the good thing. $997. You get 3 $497
virtual tickets to 3 2-day conferences,
and then you get the $997 tickets to our virtual or our skill session and mastermind
for $997.
And it's all recorded, and you have access to the recordings for the entire year.
Exactly.
For $997.
If you're just like, hey, Ashley, that 5 levers of influence sounds really awesome. I cannot make it tomorrow at noon Eastern. Don't worry about it. Sign up for it. We're recording it. You'll have access to the recordings. You'll also, if you sign up for the accelerator program, which is the 12-month program, you'll have access to every skill session and mastermind that we do. And you'll also get access to the recordings for the 3 conferences that we're running.
This is peer-to-peer learning at its best.
It is.
Here's one thing I know about change managers. They actually, compared to the rest of the world, they invest in themselves. Here's another way to invest in yourself. $997. I guarantee you'll have at least one $997 idea out of the first.
Probably, yeah.
Out of the first session.
For sure. And we're already putting together, we've got our February event is already set. We've got our speaker for that. We've got our March conference in St. Pete Beach, which is available hybrid. So it's virtual or it's in person. You also are we've got April. I've got our April speaker lined up. I've got our May speaker lined up. And I think I've got our June speaker lined up too.
We got another 6 or 7 speakers on deck that just haven't decided which one they want to do.
Another feature of the Change Management Accelerator Program is the virtual Change Management Accelerator Program. Thank you. If you decide Ashley, Gus, I'd love to see you guys in person. You actually, once you buy the accelerator, you get a 25% discount on any in-person conference that we run. So, if you're just like, wow, that we've got this thing coming up, or we've got this big project, or even better, like if you're like, you know what, I've got this project, I'm going to come in person, but I'm going to send the rest of my team. So yes, we have team pricing for that accelerator. So that they can be wherever they are watching the conference, and while you're sitting there enjoying those locations we talked about in person. But it's a great way to get everybody in your team on board. It's particularly helpful for if you've got new folks or a new project coming on, and somebody's just like, yeah, we've got these people, but they're kind of green, or they don't understand change projects as much as we do. Get them in there so they can start listening to the jargon, the tools, this is what everybody has to do. It's not just you asking these questions. It seems to be just a really terrific way to get everybody on the same page and relating with other folks.
We've got less than a minute.
Okay.
We promised 15 minutes. Here we are. We're 15 minutes. I've even got a timer today.
I know. So I'm looking at it.
That's all good. What else do you want to tell them?
That's all I wanted to
Join us tomorrow.
Join us tomorrow.
It's exciting.
It's going to be so much fun.
Heather Stegel is going to be there.
Heather Stegel is going to be there. She's from Enclaria. She has been working in this field in change management for a long time. I don't mean to make her sound old. No, she's just been doing it for a long time. I'm going to
put a really special offer together. Check the link out.
Oh, okay. I don't know what he's doing, but it's going to be good.
And make sure it doesn't cost us money.
Okay. Very good. So join us tomorrow. We look
All right.
forward to seeing you. And if you have any questions about tomorrow or the accelerator, look in the comments. You'll have a way to reach out to us and reach and contact. So, mwah.